else is Marcellus Clay. He's young, he's handsome. They know it. I can found
What up? Another day on the block. It's 6:30 on this beautiful Thursday. Let me tell y'all something, man. A lot of people been hitting me up recently talking about what's the story behind Cold Case? Like, how'd y'all group of friends do this, move across country? Like, what's the whole story behind this success? Because people see the cars, people see the 3 stores, 4 stores, whatever. They see the sales, they see the success on the internet, but they don't know like the story behind it. Yeah. And I want to like tell y'all this for motivational purposes only. I want to give y'all some advice because a lot of people really DM me, like maybe 20 people a day, and they really want to know the ins and outs of this business and how we got to the point we are today. You know what I mean? We moved out here. Let me just sum it up. I met him
way back
in 2004, 2005. We was in middle school. We went to Promenade Middle School in Virginia. I didn't see him for a couple of years. We ended up reuniting.
School at VCU,
college.
Moving in.
What year? 2010?
2010.
It was 2010. Freshman year of college. We both was in the same dorm, Melrose. We ended up getting cool together. In 2010, I also met Mook and BK. 2011, I met Roger. From there on, we started throwing parties. We was heavy into the nightlife scene. Like, y'all probably know us now about networking, but we've been doing this. We was throwing every party in Virginia, Richmond. Y'all be able to relate to this. And then 2014 and 2015, me and my boy Kenny graduated. Mook graduated with his undergrad degree. And what we did was we was at a point of our life where we were kind of confused. We were like, all right, so what do we do now? We got a degree now. Do we want to do a regular degree job, or do we want to be our own bosses? You know what I mean? We're in the stipulation of two items right here. You know what I mean? So I ended up doing the middle route. Get another degree. I ended up obtaining my master's degree at the VCU Brand Center in 2014. But also doing that, I ended up opening a business in 2014. So I ended up opening a sneaker store on VCU's campus in 2014. And while doing that, I started my grad school.
That was doing numbers too at VC. That was really.
It was doing really good.
Yeah.
Because the cost of living in Virginia compared to LA is much cheaper.
So.
Like you can do $3 million in sales here and do $1 million in sales over there, but the profit margin at the end of the day, the P&L, the profit loss thing, will equal up just because the cost of living. Taxes are cheaper, employees are cheaper, rent's cheaper. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everything's just cheaper. It depends on the city you're at. And we were doing really well, but it was coming to a point where I felt like I was at a cap. And I tell this people, this is a words of advice to anybody. At a point in life, once you get a feeling in your heart where you're like, oh damn, you're at a capacity where you feel like I can't grow, like you're in a bubble. And I felt like I was in a bubble in 2016. I graduated my master's degree. I had a business up and running. I was making 6 figures, but I was at a point I was like, damn, I feel like I can't grow. Richmond, Virginia is just so much of a city that you can't do more.
It's like a bubble. You feel me?
It's the population of Virginia is just nothing compared to.
There's like 150,000 people who live in Richmond. That's it.
The population compared to any other city is nothing. Major cities like LA, Chicago, New York, Miami, etc.
3 million.
These are big bangers, you know what I mean? And the reason the population, the opportunity is bigger in these bigger cities is because there's more money in the city. And in 2016, that's when it hit me. Or actually, yeah, 2016
is when it hit you. That's when you came out here.
So before I graduated, I had a real an hour talk with just my family, and I told them I'm moving out there. I want to start my own business, but I also want to just explore with my degree. I got a master's in advertising. And that's what I did. I took the risk with my boys, Mook and BK at the time. Kenny ended up coming a year later, but we took the risk. We all knew we had to be bigger than Richmond, Virginia.
So that's the thing. The underlying thing about this whole thing is that it's a risk. It's a huge risk, man. Hey, this kid, a deal BK and Mook could have came out here and easily flopped. If it flopped, there'd be no YouTube videos. No grab it, you can have it. No, reach it, you can keep it. None of those giveaways.
Anything that y'all know about.
It's a risk you got to take. It's the same thing with me, man. He hit me up. He used to hit me up for a year, man. I used to come out here, visit Adil, come out and mess out in LA. And then every time he come, he'd be like, yo, man, just keep on thinking about it. You come out here. I was doing data center work for JB Morgan, man, out of school. I was getting paid, paid pretty good money. It was great. But what happened was it was a box. Every day was the same. There's no same day in this building. There's not one day and then the people I meet, the networking skills, the network opportunities is different in LA. So what I do, I ordered that ticket. I'm like my mom. If y'all don't know, man, I'm like, well, when my mom like this, man, that's like my best friend like this. I left her. She didn't want me to leave. But if she knew, you know what, maybe he does have to go take this chance to level everybody else back home up. So I took that risk, man. I'm here. I took that plane. I'm out here, man. Moved out here, left my job, left everything I knew, big data, everything. I left that just because I came out.
You gotta take a risk.
gotta take a
Exactly what he
risk.
said, bro. If we didn't take this risk, it
Never.
would never be nothing. And this goes with anything in life. I tell these people, everybody that DMs me every day, and they be like, "How'd you get to the point where you are today?" You gotta take a risk. That's the main bottom line.
And I didn't know that my whole life. I never took risks.
Like, think about it.
Never.
You got an idea in your head. I had an idea.
Yeah.
I wanted to create an empire of sneakers
What's
and
the
clothing,
worst?
buy, sell, trade. What's the worst that
Dude,
could
what's
happen?
the worst that could happen?
I could have came here, lost maybe 100,000
Then
worth
that
of
means you
inventory.
know that it didn't work.
It didn't work,
Right.
right?
That's
And I
it.
would have
Try
moved back
something
home. Or try something else. There's someone out there in a small town right now that's DMing me saying, "How'd you get there?" And they're not taking the risk. I tell people this all the time. If you have faith in it, if you have that dream, you have that vision, move. Get out your comfort zone. Leave your loved ones. I left my whole family, bro. I'm the biggest Muslim boy. I'm Muslim.
Yeah, I'm
all the
boy.
Muslims out there can
Like,
relate to me. I'm like this to my family. It's just what it is. It's so hard to
That's what
even
it is.
go 10 miles from my family just because they just on it. You know what I mean? Muslim parents are just like that. All the Muslims out there
Yeah.
watching, y'all know what it is. Your
No.
parents really be on
And
it.
the thing is, the one slogan, "No pain, no gain," is actually real, man. Like last year was my first when I moved out here. Man, like I said, like he said, he's close with family. Me too. Thanksgiving's huge. I didn't have no Thanksgiving last year. There was no Christmas or no nothing. But
Nothing,
what
bro.
what did we say to each other? We said, man, in 2-3 years we're gonna look back when we can actually go to Thanksgiving and do
We
our
can
own
do
thing,
that.
and we can say we're gonna look back. It was all worth it. You gotta
Anybody
take a
that's
risk, man.
anybody that's an entrepreneur,
You gonna know
the
you gotta
early
take a risk.
stages is the hardest stages.
Shoot the
once
shot.
once you overcome that and you have a whole employee and a whole staff and a whole management to operate your business, I don't have to be in my businesses no more because we have a whole fluctuation of management. You know what I mean? Employees,
circulation,
managers,
everything.
it's this whole circulation. Now I can go back home, but my goal isn't to keep going back home. My goal is to eventually move my family out
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? I want my loved ones to be out here.
Yeah.
My mom got arthritis. She wants to be to a warmer climate. And that is better for her joints and pains, you know what I mean? So eventually my goal 2-3 years is to get her out of here and move to LA, you know what I mean? So I
But it
always
all
tell this
begins
shit.
with what? Taking that risk.
Taking a risk.
No
Nothing
risk,
will
forget it.
ever happen.
You don't take
with
a risk, forget it, man.
Let me tell y'all something. When I first moved here, bro, and this is the honest story from the bottom of my heart, I moved here with $5,000 and just a bunch of shoes. Oh, you know where all my money was? I'm gonna be honest. Look, I probably don't got no money on me right now, and y'all think I got all this. Look, $0. You know why? Because all my money's in inventory. But the moral of the story, I don't have money in this. Don't have money in this. If you want to have money, put it,
business.
invest.
Put it in
That's the
something.
moral of the story. Invest. The reason we are so successful today, we invested so much back in our inventory. He could have had a Ferrari.
Man,
BK could have had a
that's what I'm
Ferrari.
saying. And-
Santiago could have even had a Ferrari,
Yeah.
but we didn't want that. You
Put
know
it
why?
back in.
We got every profit that we made off of every flip that we did in
Facts.
shoes, clothing,
Facts.
accessories, everything,
Facts.
cool merch, anything that we ever made profit off of. What we did was throw it back in the pot. And at a point, that pot's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then everyone's gonna eat. Why? So now think about it. If the pot is getting filled up, but at a halfway point, people start just here's a Lambo,
It's never
here's a
gonna get to the
Ferrari,
top.
here's a 3-bedroom apartment, here's a chain that you don't need. That whole pot is gonna go down. How can you grow that pot and become a multi-millionaire, a multi-billionaire if you keep taking from it? And I tell these people, to everyone in the world, you'd rather not have $5 million in the bank account. I'd rather put $5 million in a pair of shoes and thousands of pair of shoes that can eventually grow to being 10 million.
Facts.
It's like a stock market. What is StockX? A stock market of sneakers and clothing. This is what we do. This is our passion. This is why we chose this lane. You know what I mean? And I tell these people all the time. People are like, so how'd you do this? How'd you do that? This is what I did. You know what I did? He knows what I did. My college dorm in 2015,
Sneakers,
2014,
packed.
there was no white.
Boxes.
I'm gonna be honest. Did you see this white wall? Look at this white wall.
It was all sneakers.
There was no white wall. I had one
Okay.
TV, one laundry, and everything around the bed was all sneakers. You know what it was for? I put every penny I ever had saved, every party I threw, every penny I had saved from my parents giving me money, anything I ever had, any money I had, I bought it, a shoe with it. You know why? Because I had faith in shoes. At the time, I knew shoes was a hot market, and I did it at the right time before I got oversaturated. At 2014, it was an up-and-coming rise. Now it's a multi-billion-dollar resale industry, and I did it at the right time, and look where it got me. And it's still not the wrong time to do it. I recommend this to everyone right now. Invest in this. Invest in, there's a lot of things popping right now. Sports cards
Tech,
and
man.
it's tech companies.
Yeah.
Invest, but you'll never get to tech company or any of these opportunities if you didn't start with something that you have interest in. Do something that you're very passionate about. Don't do something for money.
Don't
That's
do
just
something for money. Don't do something for money, and don't do something for somebody else. Man.
I tell
do it for
people
yourself.
that all the time. Don't
If you're
do it for
interested,
money.
do it.
Don't chase the money, man. It's
You
just,
chase the money, it's over.
Because if I wanted to chase the money, I would have been failed.
Yeah.
Straight up. I moved here with BK and Mook, right? That was 3 friends. It's 3 of us from VA. Then we ended up moving Marcus. Then we ended up moving Curtis. Then we ended up moving Twan. Then we ended up moving Roger. Then we ended up moving Curtis. That's 8. That's 8 close friends. Matter of fact,
Me and Ben.
That's 9 close friends we moved and gave a new opportunity for 2 to move cross country, leave their families to start a new establishment.
That's another thing I'm gonna add too, man. If you're doing it with your people, make sure you do it with your people. Make
And
sure
that's another thing, man.
If you're doing it with your people, make sure you do it with your people, man.
Don't ever. There's another thing, honestly. Don't ever chase the money, because once you start getting greedy, you're gonna start leaving people behind. We never switched up on nobody. I've known these people for a decade now, and the thing about it is, you can never grow a big establishment or a big multi-million-dollar business without having the loved ones and the support with the people you really grew up with. You know what I mean? You can't like just meet somebody the same day and just start a business with them. You know what I mean? That shit happens, and you know what happens? That shit fails the next week.
Plummets.
You know why? Because money's involved. Other than the whole success behind the brand of Cool Cakes, there's a lot of things y'all don't see. There's been tons of failures, and I don't want, and to anybody that's starting a business out there, don't ever get disappointed. There's been tons of failures on my end too. Other than the break-ins, there's been break-ins that we never ever mentioned. You know
so
what I mean?
We don't want y'all to think like everything's gonna be a clean, perfect slate. No, there's gonna be failures, but how you bounce back.
Remember,
from
the success route's never gonna be like this. This is the success route.
Like that.
Literally, for us, it was like this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, the break-ins. It's been times where we're in an industry right now where it's a lot of fakes going around, and some you don't know. There's some people you might not trust, and we've been through that. Like I bought $10,000-$20,000 worth of fakes, and I was like, damn, I lost 20 bands. I literally had to see that dumpster right there. Look at that dumpster. I had to do that. I bought maybe $20,000 worth of fucking fake off-whites from a random dude that we thought was legit, and we went through each shoe. Half of it was real, the other half we looked through it and got fake, and we found out later, and we had to toss it all.
Sales.
And this is the industry
How
we're
do you
in.
bounce back? A lot of people will do.
You
that
gotta
happen
bounce
to them
back.
and they won't bounce back. That defines your character.
That really defines your character. Don't let little stuff like that ever irritate you or anything, because at the end of the day, look at the longer picture. Remember, right now, he's not making what he really wants to make. He's making less than what he was making back home. But what is he doing? Look at the longer picture. Have faith in yourself.
Because let me tell you something. Because if I was back home in Dale still, I'd be in a box. My pay was good, but it would be slowly increased. Right here, I don't know, man. I've met so many people out here. I've networked with so many people out here. I've met so many opportunities. We got so much stuff cooking up. The stuff that is cooking up in my life right now could never happen back home.
Let me tell you something. Reiterate on what he's saying. So a lot of people out there, don't be afraid to leave your job or leave what you're at right now just to pay your bills, to do something that can be very lucrative in the near future. You know what I mean? He could have just stayed at his job and he just slowly grew, but he's gonna eventually reach that cap. Remember that thing I was telling you about, cap? Or he could take the risk, take a lower pay raise, but eventually he can go skyrocket. You know what I mean? He'll be his own boss. So remember what he's saying. When he was in a cubicle at JP Morgan, what was he doing? Every day was the same day.
Redundant. Everything was redundant.
Over here at Cool Cakes, when you're your own boss and when you create your own brand, your own business, you can literally meet somebody the same day, and that can make you $1 million the same week.
That's definitely
and that's happened to us to a point where we met somebody that changed our whole life within 24 hours. And the only way you're gonna get the opportunities is by putting yourself out there. I tell this to everybody out there: when you want to create a brand, you want to create a self brand, you want to create a self image, because at the end of the day, when you walk out in public and the people see you, you want to be a walking advertisement. You are the brand. Represent the brand. You know what I mean? Have full faith. The reason we wear these chains, we represent the brand. You know what I mean? And don't be scared to do that. When you're really devoted to something and you're very passionate about something, you got to give full direct attention to. A lot of people out there, this is what they do. Their minds are everywhere. There's 3 different pots. They're putting their time and effort and everything. What I recommend, honestly, put your mind to one thing. This is the one thing rather than the other 3, and put your full force into it. Let this succeed, and then chase the second one. Then chase the third one. You know, this is a prime example. I opened Cool Cakes in 10 days. You know why I opened Cool Cakes, the first store, 7565, in 10 days? You know why I did that? Because I put my full mind attention to it. 2018 comes by. The cool happens. How many days did it take us? 10 days. You know why? Because we put our whole devoted attention to it. You know what happened in 2019 of Easter? We opened the 3rd Street Promenade. It took us 9 days. Why? Because we put our full devoted attention. We could open 4 shops at the same time. You know what would have happened? It would have all flopped because our full devoted attentions were everywhere. Anything you do in life, make sure you have your 110% in doing it. I'm going to end it on this note, and this is probably the biggest key of it all. If you're not consistent, and devoted attention is not on that
Right.
one thing,
Forget
if you're
it.
not consistent, if you ended up getting comfortable, let me tell y'all something. I opened Cool Kicks the first store in 2016.
Could have got comfortable.
I
Easily
could have got so comfortable. I would have been like, oh, damn,
I'm
the
good.
money's coming in. We got
I'm
employees.
straight.
I can sit back. I can go home and just relax. No. I could have done that. The Cool Kicks would not be what it is that today if I did that. You know, I never got comfortable 1 second. Don't let the money change you. Don't let the
Complacency.
success
Don't be
change you.
complacent.
Don't be complacent.
Never.
Because after that one store, we could have been like, oh, damn, we're making 6 figures. Oh, shit, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Nah, that would have been, that was nothing. We want to open another store. Then we want to open another store. Now we got an app coming out. That would never had happened if we was complacent. You know what I mean?
That would have been done.
So never, I'm going to end it on this note to anyone that's starting a business out there. Once you get your first successful business, remember, you got to take that risk and then you're going to be successful, right? But after that first business, don't be like, oh, damn, that's all. Don't be complacent, man. That's what I'm gonna end it on that note. Never be satisfied off with just one thing. If you got the energy and heart to do more, do it. And I'm gonna end it. This last thing. Always put the people that you grew up with and the people that was with you. In college, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't have shit, bro. Straight up. I used to rock fake polos, fake Ralph Lauren. I could probably pull up my eBay account and PayPal account. Me and him used to order fake snapbacks, fake Ralph Lauren, fake Jordans. We didn't have money, bro. It's just a straight up 2010. I didn't have no money. I was a college student. I was just trying to hustle. I was trying to fit in. Believe it or not. Being bullied in middle and high school, and I came to college. I was like, damn, I'm trying to start my life all over again. 360. And literally, he remembered, me and him used to order off eBay Ralph Lauren's from China, Hong Kong, 1999. Big polos, big Jordans.
Now we out here getting the Jordan now.
But the thing is, don't ever let that stop you from doing what you really love. Because whatever's meant for you to do,
You'll do it.
you're going to do it. You know what I mean? As long as you really got the passion and heart for it, remember, never chase the money, change the hustle, put your friends on, and just live life, man. You only live once. Make sure you pursue it at a full effect. You know what I mean?
We be back next time to rap at y'all, man. Appreciate it, man. That was real words, man. We got y'all next time. All right, y'all.
This Marcellus play. He's young, he's handsome. They know it. I can